Need, mannequin head, moist clay, liquid latex, blow dryer, paint brushes and sculpting tools. Step 1. Design your mask. Step 2. Sculpting mask. Step 3. Apply latex. You're going to want to pass over the entire mask with one layer of latex. To help the latex dry, you're going to want to blow dry it. Once it isn't sticky anymore, you can apply another layer. And repeat this process until the latex becomes very thick. Step 4. Paint mask. For the last layer, you're going to mix your latex with the paint. Step 5. Remove your mask. Step 6. Add accessories, such as wigs and jewelry. Step 7.
سننتظر بطبيعة الحال بعض الشيء لأن الكاميرا تحتاج إلى بضع ثوان لتنتقل إلى نظام الإنفراريد، وها قد انتقلنا سويا إلى نظام الإنفراريد.
Mesdames et messieurs, c'est la preuve de l'innocence de Mohamed Hassan Al-Moussa. Il a été tué par Fadi Al-Hashem, qui est le mari de l'artiste libanaise Nancy Ajram. Tout était truqué pour cacher le crime. Mais il y a de grandes preuves, la voix d'une rue principale et une grande opinion publique dans le monde arabe. Ils ont utilisé un faux masque à l'intérieur du crime. Ils ont tué un jeune homme innocent. Ils ont accusé d'être un voleur. Il est innocent de toutes les preuves présentées. Il a eu 2 beaux enfants qui sont devenus orphelins. Élevez votre voix avec nous, s'il vous plaît.
Stick to the show's title and show you how products are manufactured. But this next segment is about special effects makeup, the kind that makeup artists use on theater and movie actors. So in this case, we'll show you how it's made, but we'll also show you how it's applied. Watch as this special effects makeup artist works his magic to transform this 28-year-old woman into a senior citizen. After gelling her hair flat, he glued on a bald cap using a theatrical adhesive called spirit gum. He protects her eyebrows and eyelashes with petroleum jelly, then covers her face in alginate, a material generally used to take dental impressions. Then he applies wet plaster bandages. After 25 minutes, the materials harden into a mask. Now he lines it with plaster. In a half hour, the plaster hardens into a perfect replica of the woman's face. Like putting non-stick spray on a baking pan, he coats the model in a release agent. Then, using professional-grade plasticine, he begins to sculpt an elderly face. He smooths out the wrinkles with strong rubbing alcohol so they'll look realistic. He uses a bumpy rubber pad to give the skin an aged orange peel texture. The finished sculpture sits in water for 2 to 3 hours. This activates the release agent, detaching the plasticine from the plaster underneath. The artist carefully cuts the sculpture into sections. The number of pieces varies with the size and complexity of the mask. Now he can start producing the mold he'll use to cast the elderly woman's face mask. First, he takes a thin plaster impression of each piece. Then he coats the impression in plaster to make the positive half of the mold. Once it hardens, he applies the plasticine piece to space the depth of the mold cavity. Then he coats that in plaster to create the negative half of the mold. When it hardens, he applies release agent to both mold cavities, pours in hot gelatin, then closes the mold. In a half hour, the gelatin hardens into a flexible replica of that particular piece of the plasticine sculpture. He implants synthetic hairs to create eyebrows. Now, using surgical glue, he begins to apply the pieces called prosthetics. He starts with the largest face piece first. It includes the nose, cheeks, neck, and upper lip. He cuts a hole in the chin area so that he can...
بيني وبين دكتور فادي.
وين كانت نانسي بهالوقت؟
كانت بأوضتها؟
طبعا